The El Clasico takes place this Sunday between FC Barcelona and Real Madrid, and this time it's not just a clash between the two biggest teams in the world, it's also a milestone, a cornerstone for the title race in La Liga and for the future of both of these clubs. So we're going to be taking a deeper dive into how both of these clubs are shaping up for the El Clasico, and I'm going to give you my full preview before the game. And I'm also going to try to make some predictions of what I think is going to happen. So first up, we have to take a look at Real Madrid, and the simplest way to put it is that they are not in a good place right now, both sporting wise and what's going on behind the scenes. In the locker room, there was a conflict between Fede Valverde and Aurelien Tchouameni, and Tchouameni apparently knocked out Valverde. He was found on the ground bleeding. He was escorted to the hospital, and he apparently had some concussions, some brain trauma. He couldn't remember something, so it was really serious, and it really destroyed the locker room of Real Madrid. But there's other things going on simultaneously. You have Rudiger slapping Carreras. Then there was another video of Rudiger that surfaced online where he slapped one of the staff. And then you have the entire situation with Mbappe. He's first he's off holidaying in the middle of the season on some yacht with his girlfriend or something, and then when he comes back, right, he's in his absence. Well, there were posts from the Real Madrid players. Real Madrid were actually seeing some success in his absence. They won 2-0 against Espanyol, I believe, and Vinny scored both goals, and Real Madrid seemed to be doing fine without Mbappe. But now that he's back, there was a video that surfaced of him in training. After training, he was leaving, he was laughing. Apparently it had something to do with the fight between Valverde and Tchouameni. And then you have this petition from Real Madrid fans online. They're trying to sell Mbappe or get him out of the club somehow, to just terminate his contract in general. They're really not happy with Mbappe at all. They believe him to be the underlying source of all this drama in the Real Madrid locker room. But overall, the situation in the locker room is just absolutely horrible. And then from a sporting point of view, they're in a terrible place. This is their second season in a row trophyless. They haven't been competing at a high level. They got knocked out of the Champions League by Bayern Munich. They're 11 points behind Barcelona in the LaLiga title race, and they got knocked out of the Copa del Rey in the earlier rounds by a second division team, Albacete. So overall, it's not looking good for Real Madrid. This isn't typical of Real Madrid. They're supposed to be one of the best clubs in the world to go trophyless not just once but twice in a row. So they're trying to make some overhauls there. They're trying to change some things. They're going to take out Arbeloa, I presume. They're going to bring in Jose Mourinho. Some players need to go, some players need to come in. You know how it is. But as of right now, they're not in a very good position to be fighting for the league title. But with that being said, this is El Clasico. And in El Clasico, form doesn't matter. The players don't matter. The only thing that matters is what happens in the game. And anything can happen in the game. But Barcelona are still the clear favorites. And speaking of Barcelona, that does bring us nicely on to talk about them now, which is honestly the complete opposite of Real Madrid. While Real Madrid were having conflicts in the dressing room, in the locker, Barcelona were posting happy vibes, family FC and all that. Just complete united as one unit, one team, as opposed to the disunity and distortion going on in the Real Madrid team. Barcelona seem to have themselves collected and composed, and they're in a good position in the league title. They've almost secured it, 11 points clear now ahead of Real Madrid. And if they win this, I'm pretty sure they'll actually win the league title, which, they have been the better team over the course of the season. I mean, Barcelona are obviously the better team going into this game. I don't think even any Real Madrid fan would be betting against Barcelona, betting on Barcelona to lose this game, because it's just a clear difference of night and day between the two teams. And even if they don't win, I mean, obviously Barcelona want to win. They always want to win against Real Madrid. It's an El Clasico. You always want to get the better of your rival. But Barcelona would still be 8 points clear. I had to do some maths there. Barcelona would be 8 points at the top of the table. They'd still be in pole position to win La Liga. However, if Barcelona do win, that's it. La Liga's wrapped up immediately. Hand the title to Barcelona. Real Madrid go home. And then Barcelona could go on to win the remainder of their games and become centurions potentially. Barcelona need to win all of their games and they'll have a century on their hands, which is the first time that's going to be done. If it happens, it'll be the first time it happens since Barcelona did it back in 2013 and Real Madrid did it the previous season in 2012. But yeah, fair to say it's been a long time. It's not every day you become centurions. But both teams are missing some key players. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, Valverde is going to miss the game after his fight with Tchouaméni. Mbappe might miss the game. He's back and he's fit, but he might not start. He's still going to come on as a sub, but I don't think he's going to start. And then for Barcelona, you have the two best players. I like the best attacking players. Lamine Yamal is out injured for the rest of the season. That's wraps. And without him, Barcelona is gonna suffer. He's pivotal for the team, creating wise, attacking wise. If you watch the games in which he doesn't play, the team creates a lot less without him as opposed to with him. He has like the most big chances created and all that. He's the best player in the world. What can I say? And without the player that Lamine Yamal is, it's always going to be difficult for Barcelona to win games. I think there's a sort of dependency developing now on Lamine Yamal. And then you also have Rafinha, who's out. Rafinha's been out for about 3 or 4 weeks now. He is back now. He's fit. He's included in the preliminary squad for the game. But I assume he's not going to start. I think he's going to be on the bench and then he'll come on later. I still think Rashford is going to start in his place. But yeah, I think even without Lamine Yamal and without Rafinha, even without those two big attacking threats, I still think Barcelona are the favorites to win this game. I still think they have what it takes to beat Real Madrid. So with that being said, I'm going to make my prediction. I'm going to say it's a 3-1 win for Barcelona with Lewandowski scoring. I think he might even score a brace, with Fermin scoring, and it would be so cinema, absolute cinema to see Gavi or Fermin score and then do the Rooney punching knockout celebration, making fun of the conflicts, the fights going on in Real Madrid's locker room between Valverde and Tchouaméni, like I mentioned earlier. That would be hilarious. I think that would break the internet. And then apparently I've seen some reports saying that if Barcelona win, the La Liga trophy will be brought to the Camp Nou. The La Liga trophy is ready to be presented to Barcelona, and if they win, they'll be immediately given the trophy. They'll have the chance to celebrate right then after the game, which is going to obviously humiliating for Real Madrid. Imagine losing to your rivals in their home stadium, getting dunked basically, and then they lift the trophy on your heads. That's absolutely humiliating. You're not only are you losing the game, but you're losing the league title, and now you have to watch your rivals celebrate. So I don't think that's what any Real Madrid player, any Real Madrid fan wants. But I don't think there's going to be much they're going to be able to do about it. I think Barcelona are still the clear favorites going into this game. I will be making a match review after the game, talking about the things that happened in the game. Until then, that's all you have left to say, and Visca Barça.